Hi, everyone. I'm excited to see you. For those of you that are returning, for those of you that are new. So I just got my throat chakra bowl. So we're going to go ahead and play that, and then I'll do, or maybe I'll do the disclaimer first. Then we'll play the throat chakra bowl. Okay, so basically you can read my disclaimer down in the description box if you want to know the first part of it about how to, use a pendulum, how do you do muscle testing, that type of stuff. But I'm just going to read the bottom part so that we can get through these intros really fast. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. I'm reminding the people watching about the freedom of speech, especially like, I don't even know if other countries don't have freedom of speech, but for anybody watching from other countries, I would like to remind you that here in the United States, we do have the freedom of speech. Okay. So I'm just reminding everybody watching about the freedom of speech and about my personal human rights and anyone attempting to persecute me in any form or fashion for what I channel from God and the Holy Spirit is a violation against this contract and the First Amendment, which is the freedom of speech. Any attempt to silence me will be followed up with by the Most High God. Treat others how you want to be treated. And if you don't like my content, you don't have to watch me. And so click off this video if you don't like me. Okay. Now the next part is my protection page. So I'm going to hold the disclaimer up, but again, this is like so you can screenshot that if you need to. But again, this is in the description box, this part. Then this part is my protection page. Sorry, I have to have the fan going. It's too hot in here. All right. So I'm just going to read the bottom part of the protection page. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on earth. I am eternally grateful for what favor heavenly source for your favor, heavenly source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks to you. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Yeah, there's so much pushback going on with my words. I definitely want to use this bowl. Besides the fact that, like, I feel like people, well, whatever this attack is, whatever these shut up spells are, they like dry your mouth out. So needless to say, that's why I'm like always having to take a sip of something, because something's continually trying to silence me. And so, yeah, I'm reminding, whether you're alive, whether you're not alive, whether you're a dead person watching me, if you're in hell listening to me, if you're in purgatory listening to me, no matter where you go, I still have the freedom of speech. So don't try to silence me, because then it just gets y'all caught up for doing crooked shit. So this is the most beautiful bowl. I am so happy that I got it. Thank you guys for giving me tips and donations to my channel so that I could get this bowl, because I have never had a throat chakra bowl, and I'm really excited to help clear my throat so I can speak clearly. The beautiful sounds you're hearing in the background, okay, that is the YouTube channel called Healing Vibrations. I really support this channel. They're great. They have many different crystal singing bowl sound baths that will help you on different subjects. So I really recommend you either pausing this video and going over to Healing Vibrations, getting yourself a subscription, or afterwards getting a subscription. Listening to crystal singing bowl sound baths not only elevate the energy, but they clear the chakra system and then boost the chakra system back up with really positive energy. And if it looks a little smoky in here, it's only because I've been saging. Okay, so that's what it'll clear out. I've got the fan on, so. All right. So we're going to clear the throat chakra first. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you. And this is going to break any spells that are to silence us or to keep us from speaking the truth, removing any blockages from the throat. We have the right to speak. We have the right to speak our truth. We have the freedom to speak our truth. Thank God for the founding fathers, because if shit had to go as it is nowadays, we may not even have been given the freedom of speech. So thank you, founding fathers. All right, now we're going to boost the chakra. Building it back up, giving gratitude for our voice, calling back our voice, invoking our voice, strengthening that. These are like the best. These little, I don't even know what it's made out of. Maybe a leather or something. Some type of hide material. They're the best. Okay, so that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you, subscribers, so much. All right, now we're just going to additional cleansing, clearing. It's so funny watching the spirits and the energies. When I do this, they break and jump, and I can see it's so weird to me. So yeah, we're going to get rid of that. Anything that would cause us any type of uncomfortableness, sickness. Most High God, we give you permission to do everything on our behalf. Like you can always guide us, but Most High God, we give you permission to act for us in every way, to defend this channel and to defend the subscribers on my channel. Okay. Know that every day I pray Psalm 91 over my subscribers so that no harm comes to anybody. But know that, that you're more than welcome to come here. If you feel like your energy is off, you can always come back to one of my readings and just get that intro part of the singing bowl, and that stuff, and that will clear your energy out. So, all right, I'm so glad that you guys are here with me. So this is the download that I picked up. So I don't like to relate things to my personal experiences because I feel like these messages don't necessarily have to do with me, right? Like they have to do with the collective. Obviously, the collective is within me and it's on the outside of me. So there is something that I'm pulling forward. It could just be a thought or belief, right? But okay, so my situation, I moved away from a religious cult and a bunch of weirdo witches, okay, that were at the last place I lived. Yes, these witches were in the weirdo cult, but there was more than one cult, and they were like, people that do religion then go do black magic right after that. So I moved like a far away, okay, far away. And one of the neighbors that I have now, every day I see demons going in and out of this person's house, in and out of their windows, in and out of their doors. Like, and so this person, because again, I haven't met this neighbor. I don't know who they are. I've seen a lady, and God's like, that's it. You know how God is super obvious about stuff. Like God's like, I'm gonna make sure that you are outside witnessing this person so you know who they are, right? So I haven't met this person, but I've had there's stuff in the HOA part of the yard on both sides of the street that's been buried there. That's from like the graveyard or some shit, just real negative energy shit. And again, then on top of that, I'm looking at all the rest of, so at the holiday time, that one strange neighbor across the street, she was sending out these like gift package things, like having her kids deliver them door to door. Right. And these things had demons attached to them. They were cursed, completely cursed. And so anybody that brought that shit inside their home, not to mention it had stuff in it that was poisonous to me because I have allergies. So it's another reason not to bring it into my home. But I didn't bring that in my home. Okay. I got rid of it. Then she knew, she obviously is a witch because she knew that I got rid of it, that I didn't bring it into my house. Right. And so then she sent out another thing that was a different thing. That's just like one of these things that's supposed to bring aromatherapy. It's like for the holidays, like Like you put it in a boiling pot of water and that brings aromatherapy. No, you put that shit in a boiling pot of water in your home, you're gonna have a funky smell in your home for the rest of the existence of your home, and your house is gonna be fulfilled with demons, just like that neighbor across from me. His house is filled with demons and demonic entities and evil spirits all the time, right? So, because I wouldn't accept this lady's witchcraft, then she decided to throw a block party. I think I kind of like disclosed a little bit of this information before. Then, because I wouldn't go to the block party, because God straight up said no. Like I looked at it was a compatibility of 3, which showed me 3 out of 10. That's like 30%. That's still a failure. That's so for me to go, it would only be for me to show myself that this witchcraft that she put in, because it was a potluck, put in the potluck of food, in her portion of it or whatever. It would only be for me to be showing myself that I can't am not going to be affected by it. That would be the only reason that would have made it a 3 for me to go. Okay. Now, when so then I went out of town. So this is a situation. I'm explaining this because this exact same thing is something that somebody in the collective is going through. So then I went out of town and I came back to my house being tampered with, and part of my roof was ripped off. Something was thrown up into the roof, or some sigil work was done. And so I did my best. We did our best to seal it off, right? So if any of you know any type of witchcraft that has to do with people putting stuff in the roof, like in people's houses and stuff like that. So yeah, that was very discerning to me. I was pissed off about that for about a week, because every day night I was having migraines because something was in the roof. Well, what is the roof? The roof is the top part of your house. If you were to consider your this a home, which it is, like another metaphor, allegory for your home, just like your vehicle outside parked, whatever, that's another allegory for your vehicle. So when the universe gives you a sign of something breaking down in your car, something happening in your roof, it's actually a message of something that's going on within you. And then when you fix it in here, and you may have to replace a part in your car, you may have to whatever to the roof or whatever. But that's not the point. It's the point that you're clearing it on the inside with yourself, and then that problem doesn't create again on the outside. But the fact that it created on the outside is just to give you a message that there's something within to clear or to work through. Okay, so yeah. So needless to say, I'm not an unfriendly person. I'm really nice. Even though this person has tried to do witchcraft on me multiple times. Like I woke up this morning and immediately it was like God was like, go look out your bathroom window. I looked out my bathroom window and I seen my neighbor has this big old candle in the windowsill. So I'm like, okay, what is that? And then I started getting really nauseated, to the point where I was like, I was screaming, I'm violently ill. I felt violently ill, just sick as shit, violently ill. Okay. And so I'm like, all right, fine. I go get a candle and I light that and I put it in my windowsill. So I'm like, all right, you want to fucking play with me? Then we'll just play reversies. We'll just do a return to sender and reverse that shit. So from the moment that I put a little bit of selenite powder inside the candle, I lit it. And I was like, whatever it is that she's doing, reverse and return back to her. I'm not even joking. It wasn't even 20 minutes before I started feeling better. So then I started to pray. I'm like, Psalm 91 against that person. Okay. Then it's like, boom, energies, boom, fleeing, bouncing off of shit, running out of here. So it's like, okay, that's what she's been doing. And so, the other people that accepted her witchcraft into their house around me, they all have demons running fucking games on them in their lives, running in and out of their house, doing all sorts of shit. I see it all the time, but those things don't fucking come in my house. If they try to come in my house, boom, they get wiped out by Archangel Michael. And so this witch is very pissed off that they cannot dose me with their witchcraft. So they just keep trying to do magic on me. And when I find out about it, I informed the Most High God about it, and this person probably thinks that I'm doing witchcraft on them. And no, singing the Psalms to return the shit to the sender, that's not witchcraft. That's called prayer. That's called worship. I played gospel music the other day and about cleared out the whole fucking neighborhood within 10 minutes of listening to gospel in my own home. Nobody else could hear it, right? Like I'm just like listening to it in the bathtub, like singing along with the lyrics. So so this witch is trying to dose people with her witchcraft. Okay, so basically wanting to target me for whatever reason. The reasons were stupid. First of all, she people when they're around an earth angel or chosen one, they feel really entitled to their energy. So the fact that I like went out of town for a significant amount of time, that really pissed this witch off because she had no energy for that amount of time. She had no protection. When I left, I took all the protection, minus leaving the little bit with my house, but I took all of it with me. So she really got to see and feel what the effect of her life was going to be without me in it. So where she at first was doing like she wants this house. She always wanted this house, but this house was owned from somebody else, right? But when it went up for sale, she was trying to get her shit together on her end so she could sell her house, and she wanted to move into this one. So she hates me because I moved into this one. Well, whatever about that. That's one thing I intuitively picked up, is that she wants my land. She wants my property. So that's something that's going on with somebody in the collective. They're coveting your land. They've always wanted your land, and they just, whether it's intentional or not, they need to have their energy returned back to them so that they can learn about how they're treating other people. And so there was other things that this woman has tried to do to try to mess with me. But somebody's got a weird neighbor out there that is relentless and is a witch and like is a Christian, and they're hiding the fact that they practice witchcraft. So we're going to get some information about this person with the tarot. But yeah, so basically, I use singing bowls, I pray, I anoint myself, I do all the things that I know to do. I take spiritual baths every day, I rest, I take good care of myself. And why am I telling you this? Because this is what you have to do to not give witches a foot. Like, if you hold on to, like, this is why I instantly forgive her, because I don't even care about her enough. I don't care about her enough to be angry at her. So basically, and I think that she's insignificant and stupid. So I just forgive her. Like, if somebody's going to be that stupid, like going after a woman of God, then like somebody that actually knows God, not somebody that goes and pretends to be a Christian, then goes home and does witchcraft every day after church. Like, that's powerful. So like basically, yeah, I don't care about her enough. She's like, literally what she's already done has made her so low on the totem pole that it's like why I said, make yourself important and valued to God. Make yourself important to God, so that if there was ever going to be a disaster that happened, God's going to see you of some value and come down and pick you up, tell you to build an ark or whatever, so that you're not wiped out with the rest of the sinners. Okay. Make your life so important to God that God wants to protect it. Make sure that you drink water. Whoever is dealing with this witch energy, and this is like a neighbor. Okay. We're going to see some more information about this. Also, there is a neighbor that doesn't like what your political views are. Don't let your neighbors know what your political views are. The only way I could think that you would know what their political views are is if you hang one of those signs like outside your house. They're like so and so for senator, or so and so for president, or so and so for Congress. Okay, so the first card that came out here is the Lovers. I won't zoom in on that because we got their naked bodies. But this is definitely something that this woman is jealous about. Okay. So you could be physically beautiful. You're a beautiful soul. Confirmation. God says you're a beautiful soul. See, the energy that comes from within you is what this person is jealous about. So you may not even think that you're pretty, or you may think, like, well, I'm not that attractive. Like, that's how I feel about myself. Like, I'm not prettier than, like, famous people and shit like that. Like, you know, I don't think of myself in weird ways like other people do. But I think what I'm getting at is that somebody's projecting onto you. They're projecting onto you their problems, their sickness, their this, their that. And like how my neighbor wanted to try to punish me because I went out of town for a week. And so she wasn't able to vampire my energy like for a week. This shit probably killed the witch, like literally. And so she was so pissed off about that. So be aware that somebody's trying to keep you trapped in your location. So at first, where she was doing all these spells, bearing this shit around to get me to move, okay, and leaving shit outside my door. So I got a ring a doorbell cam, so now I can actually like see who's at my door and take pictures of them and make sure there's no weirdos doing anything. So I put up more security. But this lady was trying to get me to leave so she could get my house, right? But then all of a sudden I left, and now she completely tried. So now what she's trying to do is trying to undo the magic so that I will stay, but in a way that I'll be bound here and that she'll be bound to my energy so that she can always leech off of me. So whatever type of ritual that's binding yourself to other people, like the aliens that run this type of binding system, they came to me in the physical. They like, hey, like came to me and said, hey, this person has literally tried to bind you illegally to their energy for eternity. And I was like, what person? They're like, the person that lives in that house over there, as the extraterrestrials are like walking up to her house. Okay. So I'm like, oh, yeah, that person. I know about that person. Right. So at this point, this person, I don't know what they think, but I'm always out there. Like I make my own black salt. I make my own stuff. I go out there and I'm putting black salt out where she like put shit in the grass everywhere. I'm actually just like and doing more prayers upon more prayers upon more prayers, right? So this is what I'm feeling somebody doing to you. They wanted you to leave, but then they saw what was going to happen if you left, so they want you back. Yeah, sometimes it's like you just moving out of the way for somebody. And I felt like whoever's been targeting me at this new location, they got hit with a bunch of death karma. Like this lady literally loosed death in the earth and caused herself so much negative karma, like a lot of negative karma. Okay. And it hit her because I wasn't here to be that protecting shield like I am. Like I protect my entire city and my country and all that. So I wasn't here to be, that protection. So boom, she got hit over and over again with her own energies. And so now she's trying to rectify it. But whatever she's doing is trying to cause me to be physically ill with her disease and disgusting shit. So this is what God showed me, is like, God's like, you're only going through this because you need to talk about it on your channel. You need to show other people that these situations can occur and what to do about it. Okay. Again, I live in a neighborhood that is predominantly Caucasian, and everybody follows the same Christian regimen of being married and whatever bullshit they're following, even though this woman cheats on her husband, but we're not going to go into her shit. God's like, I was like, oh, you want to try to attack me? How about we actually talk about all of the sins that you're doing right now? And it's like, she's cheating on her husband. Like all this shit came out about this woman. And I'm like, God damn. Like you're trying to be mad at me, but you're doing like all the sins that God says not to do in the Bible: stealing from people, cheating on them, lying to them, trying to, just disgusting shit. So needless to say, Um, this person that's your neighbor, for whatever reason, they don't want you to have a love life. They don't want you to have love. They don't want you to be happy. There's something about your love life, maybe because you didn't follow the same tradition or religion or organization, weirdo fuck binding shit that they follow. I don't know. But again, this is somebody that is definitely a person of Christ, but they're putting witchcraft in everything that they do. So that, you know, Christ is not in them. That's all I can say about that. Christ ain't in that person. So, in order for relationship to work, you must leave your parents. That's a message for somebody. Represents a good period of time, close friendships and adventures. This Page of Pentacles in the reverse, this shows me that there is a male under 30 who's shy and self-involved. This person may embrace new ideas and trends. He is somewhat materialistic. He makes rash decisions. He is prone to making mistakes and argues over minor points. He is neither trustworthy nor respected. He will pass through your life without changing it. And then the Fool in the reverse, shows me that the childish energy of this woman, because she doesn't have, whatever with her relationship. So this is but somebody's getting broken up with in the collective, and they're projecting all of their problems on whoever is my divine feminine, okay, or divine masculine. Yeah. 5 of Cups. So the Fool in the reverse talks about you being super, like, this person's super immature. This Page of Pentacles person could be one of her children, right? But yeah, it talks about being very childlike in some ways and still having much to learn. Worry and fear blocks positive action. Don't submit to others' rules and demands. This person doesn't realize the danger that they're in for coming for your love life, okay, or for coming for you in general. They don't realize. And it says you're close to ruin with crazy decisions, reckless actions, and foolish choices. And that's exactly what this person's done by doing crazy shit out of jealousy. Right. This is why I don't understand why people get so jealous of their neighbors. Like, grow the fuck up. Straight up grow up, people. But yeah, so basically, they're making foolish choices. Yeah. Your ideas are this person's ideas to do any witchcraft on you they're not sound, and they're going to lead to catastrophe, especially because they're trying to mess with your eternal love. I look at the Lovers as like you and a twin flame, but I also look at the Lovers as you and your relationship with God. So this person's tried to use witchcraft to get in between you and your relationship with the Most High God. And God doesn't like that. Obviously, if God sent you here to do something and is guiding your step, ordering your steps, God's not going to be happy about somebody trying to come and break you. And especially because they're jealous is what it is. They're envious, covetous. They don't want to see anybody else have what they can't have. But if this woman would have kept her legs closed and stopped cheating on her own husband, maybe he would have stayed, right? That's kind of like common sense, don't and her projecting her stuff at me, be sick, kill yourself. I mean, I've been dealing with day after day after day of suicide, so somebody literally trying to send suicide to me every day. And if you know about me, then you know both of my birth parents unalived themselves via suicide, via the same type of energy. And so hell hath no fury like God, who sees this stuff, right? Like, literally, people are afraid of the devil, but they really need to be afraid of God, because God is, like, even the devil's smart enough to be afraid of God. So the 5 of Cups, this is somebody who tried to dose you. Like I was saying, like how my neighbor tried to dose me multiple times with their demon shit. And I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you. You drink the cup of poison. So this shows me that this person is in a state of grief, loss, many regrets because of their reckless, childish actions. Okay. And this is very much the case of your light irritated their demons, and in every type of way. So disappointment in love and friendship, end of a marriage or love relationship. Okay. So you could have somebody around you that is going through this process while that's why God's like, this situation is mirroring. It's like a mirrored situation that's happening in the collective. So this could translate into a couple of different ways that it's going to come about. But it does have to do with a neighbor that is unwilling, like they want your land, which is a form of destiny swap. Just think about how the pioneers stole the land from the Native Americans. They completely ruined the destiny of the Native Americans, then gave them the most. They were like, here, like our government's like, here, live on this land where nothing grows, where there's no water, we're only gonna give you the land that is uninhabitable, that we don't want, basically. So then the Native Americans, well, at least in California, they took that uninhabitable land, pretty much. It was like not even good to live on. And they built casinos on it so they could get people to that area to make money. And hell yeah, good for them for doing that. But the Fool in the reverse talks about like these like dangerous gambles, right? And this person took a dangerous gamble trying to come for you, then trying to separate you from, the person that you're meant to be with. And this is just trying to keep love away from you in any type of way. So the Five of Cups talks about setbacks, the loss of a relationship, friend, or valued possession, disappointment in love relationship, the end of a marriage or a relationship. You have the strength and spirit to endure. So this is talking about the lovers. Again, if you have a neighbor that's getting like don't tell your neighbor your business. Don't tell your neighbor it. Like if anything, lie to your. I don't condone lying, but like God's saying, cloak the truth, because what people don't know, they can't ruin an attack. What people do not know about, they cannot sabotage. Okay. And so the only reason if people ask you a lot of questions, like, and they don't have anything constructive to say, they're just asking you a lot of questions, be aware that person could be a vampire and is just trying to extract information out of you so that they can then manipulate you with it later. So be aware of that. Yeah, this Five of Cups says, hope for a better future. Choose a creative solution to your problems. This is a temporary period that will pass, right? Then I've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. Now, this shows me how much this person that's doing this to you has lost sight on what their dreams and goals are by making you the focus of their life when you're not a love interest to this person, right? So it says you lose sight of the future by dwelling on the past. Pain and difficulty do not disappear right away. This is showing me just PTSD from what this person's tried to do. Okay. They're going to be in a world of pain. Emotional upset continues. You're not taking responsibility for your emotions. Self-control is necessary now. Inheritance or gift is possible. Large or some money affects your mood. So this person could be very intuitive. If they are, God's taking their abilities away from them because of what they've been doing with them. Two of Cups. Wow. So this is literally showing me there's going to be the ending of a relationship. Okay. And then the Two of Cups is the beginning of a brand new relationship. So somebody's leaving somebody for another person. That's just straight up. You could have had, like, let's say that you have a neighbor whose spouse was attracted to you. Maybe they pillow talk about you, or they fantasize about you. That's for somebody. This is why you have to be just be aware of who your neighbors are. Like, I try to not be aware of them because I want them to stay out of my business, stay out of my energy, stay off my properties, stay the fuck away from me. Pretty much. So this is showing me the Two of Cups is a new love affair. Now, this could very well be the love affair that you have with God, this eternal love that this person wanted to block from you. So you will be in sync with one another. Yeah, this is talking about God, this Two of Cups energy. This is about the Most High. So this is about you aligning your love life with what the Most High wants for you. Okay. So it says that two people finally come together after a long flirtation. A broken relationship is healed through forgiveness. Connections are made in business. The start of a new relationship that will have a dramatic effect on your life. Then, okay, and that's actually a really good card. Then we get this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse energy. Okay, and I'm not liking this energy. This refers to a man who's under 40, workaholic, obsessed with success, financially secure, stubborn, argumentative, and relentless, consistently pessimistic, no sense of humor, doesn't believe in wasting time, hard on himself, well educated, and opinionated. For me, this is somebody that is one of your neighbors. This Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So I want to use the Heal Yourself reading cards. Also, we ask that Most High God protect us from our neighbors. Amen. And then guide us how to heal from this situation. Because what the situation does is it breaks people's trust when you can't go out of town without somebody tampering with your shit. Not only is it bad enough that this neighbor that you have dosed everybody else in the neighborhood with the witchcraft, which is making them like confused. It's making them unable to make clear choices. It's making them sick. It's making them unable to perform sexually. Like that's all the stuff I avoided from not allowing that lady's stuff in my house, not going to the block party, not drinking the fucking Kool-Aid, right? That's all the stuff I avoided. But my neighbors, they're just regular mortals. Like they got hit with that stuff. So they're all under spells. So I pray that that the spell work be lifted from you and the collective. I pray that the spell work be lifted from the neighbors that you have that were dosed, because again, this person wants domination. So if you've been seeing a lot of spider webs, that's an indication of witchcraft domination spell work. Self-love. This person hates that you love yourself. They like straight up hate that you love yourself, because that's again like what drew in your love situations is always going to be your self-love, the way that you love yourself. And then yeah, so it's kind of like maybe you have abilities and this other lady has some type of way to communicate, probably with demons. Maybe the demons are intimidated by you. Like honestly, that's what I'm getting. Because they're the ones that instructed her to do this whack shit. So maybe the demons are intimidated by stop what? Oh, they want, yeah, okay, sorry. I was in the middle of a thought, but then I started talking about the demons. Okay, so basically this whole thing is to stop you from connecting with, stop you from having this Two of Cups love affair with God, and stop you from connecting with your beloved, with the Most High God, with your ancestors. This person had demons telling them that if you don't stop this other person's spiritual progression, I just saw that angel go, they're going to progress past a point where then you won't be able to stop them anymore, right? You won't have control over their destiny or their outcome. And this pissed off the neighbor, that because the neighbor heard that you have a great destiny, that you are chosen, and that you are in your divine life purpose. And that's why not to fuck, like that's what the neighbor has heard. So the fact that their spouse or ex-spouse has a crush on you, and even though you have not been with this person, they still pillow talk. They mention you, like the sexy neighbor or whatever. And maybe you have lived with your parents, but now you're an adult. Your body's become a woman, the body of a woman, and you're sexier than you think you are. Men are always going to find a way to try to blame women because they get an erection. Like, bitch, is it your body that's being erected? Like, it's not my body. I'm not wet. It's your body that's got the erection. Okay, so that sounds like a you problem. And really, that don't seem like a problem. You should at least be thankful that that shit can still get hard, especially after what this witch person has dosed these people with. So yeah, needless to say, people are very ungrateful. Wild. Somebody considers you to be wild, that you need to be tamed, that you need to be stopped. So again, like you're doing something that's fulfilling the prophecy over your life. So you could teach like karate or taekwondo or something like that. You could also be a tutor. You could have had a lifetime in, ooh, I got chills all over my face. Uh, you could have had a lifetime actually being one of the tutors in the family of the tutors. If you don't know about them, uh they were like a long time ago, like a long time ago, they were one of the main families that was trying to like become the pope and stuff. And so like there's this one pope that was like the most evil pope ever. He did like everything that against the Bible that you could think of. And so it's just funny that he was like one of the tutors. So yeah, the Tudors were a very famous family that were associated with the crown, with royalty. So again, that's another thing that I'm getting. That's a jealousy here. So this could be, and is this a soul tie, God? Yes, this is a soul tie from another life. In this other lifetime, you were very free. You were a very free spirited person, and you didn't like to conform to the restraints of society. So that's kind of what followed you into this life. So that then, when these people that tried to suppress you and oppress you in this other life, when you come across them, that you would be triggered to have the same types of maybe dreams, feelings about these people trying to chase you or trying to stop you from something. They just don't see people. Misery loves company. They just don't want to see you succeed because they are not going to succeed. Like they're not going to have a relationship with God because of what they've done. They would have to put down their pagan bullshit and their Christian bullshit to and then really start living like Christ lived. And Christ didn't go around bewitching their neighbors. Okay. Christ was, who even knows if Christ even had a home anywhere, but straight up, like other than Jerusalem. All right, family and tribe. Again, this is like something very personal about your family and your tribe. What I was just talking about, the tutors, that would be considered a tribe, even, or a family, same thing, right? So this is showing me that also you could have been connected to Abraham. So you've had a couple of different incarnations actually on Earth. Yeah, this is what they want to do. They want you to self-sabotage. So, and this is what the pattern has been in like past lives. What they do is they do something horrific with witchcraft against you. So, if you are in any way, okay, and let's just say that if you're smelling any of these smells, please clean your house to make sure that there's not some like a dead rat in the walls or whatever, like, okay, causing these spells. Always like before you jump to thinking it's for sure a spiritual thing, make sure that your house is clean so there's no confusion. Like, is it the dishes, is it the garbage? Like, just take the stuff out, wash the dishes. Okay, and then if you still are, if after your home is completely spotless, or if you're in a home, part of your home that like is completely spotless. Okay, if you are smelling the smell of sulfur, that is an indication somebody is doing very hard spell, like very bad spell work on you. If you smell the smell of piss, urine, whether it's animal urine, and this is where you need to be like, okay, is this animal urine or is this human urine? I know cat pee definitely smells different than human pee, right? But dog pee, I don't think is as strong. So again, this is where you need to clean your house. And I'm gonna say this just to let y'all know. I've had demons work for the chosen. Okay. Demons technically work for God. Like everything works for God because everything is made from God. So we naturally everything works to bring everybody back to God. Okay, that's just the natural way of things. But like demons love messy houses. They love disarray. They feel most comfortable in filth. Not the Cenobites. The Cenobites are not like that. They'll make a mess, but then they'll clean it up spotless and like lemony, bleachy smelling good. But like straight up, these other demons, the more conscious, ancient ones, not that the Cenobites are not ancient, they're ancient as well, but they just function off of order, discipline, and purity rather than filth, de- de- yeah, depravity. Um, but the majority of negative entities and evil spirits, they like when people use like overly consume alcohol, because then they lower their frequency to where they can be taken over and influenced. These spirits like when people they just like bad situations, they because they can play off of that. um, so again, where this self-sabotage card came up, this is showing me not only the person that's working against you is self-sabotaging just because they're working against you. When you learn about spirituality, that we're all one being, having different experiences, you can be a little bit more compassionate. But yeah, if you're smelling urine, that's another sign that somebody has put you into a jar with their piss. Now, what occurs when somebody puts your name and your birth date or whatever, a picture of you, a cigarette you smoked, whatever they got your DNA on, or if they don't even have your DNA, they just have your name. What is them putting your name in a piss jar do? Well, you will be smelling urine. Now, if they put you in a shit jar, and yes, witches are disgusting, they will actually shit in a jar or go find some dog shit and put your name in it to make your life shitty, to make your experiences shitty. All right. So if you're constantly smelling shit, if you're constantly, and there's no reason for it, like you can't see any poop, you didn't go poop, like you're waking, and then especially if you're bathing, and when you're bathing, you start to smell these other smells. That is because whatever you're doing to spiritually cleanse yourself is washing away the spell work that these people have tried to do. So it's important to know about these things. All right. So sulfur, rotten eggs. All right. We know that that's the smell of demonic work. That's the smell of, and then the smell of rotting flesh. That correlate. If you smell the smell of rotting flesh, like a dead rat or some shit, that literally has to do with spell work that is death work. Okay. Putrefaction. The putrefaction of flesh. Now, when you smell, yeah, so yeah, there's shit, there's piss, there's sulfur. Oh, the other thing is if you smell dirt just randomly, like it just smells dirty, like dirt, somebody could be trying to bury you in a graveyard, trying to suffocate you with dirt. These are all signs and symptoms that you and people around you will pick up on, will smell and experience if somebody is doing spell work on you. So if you find out that somebody is doing spell work on you, I would say to go read Psalm 91, to talk to God's, like pray to God specifically about these smells, ask to it be identified where they're coming from and what they're coming from. Okay. Because the intention of putting you in a jar, it's just trying to stop you. Any way they can make your life shit and try to stop you. They're going to do that. And why are they doing this? Well, because you're somebody that is still being blessed by God, and you didn't have to sell your soul to the devil to get what you got. You're being blessed by God. Also, somebody could be jealous that you have spiritual abilities that they don't. Spiritual ability is called healing. This is the healing card right here. Like they don't like that you're able to heal, so they want to break you down, and to the point where they'll be able to trick you some way or do something to you. So again, if you've been feeling like you can't breathe on the inside, that's that's indications that there is a binding spell being done. If you wake up and you feel like you need to run away, somebody has done something to try to get you to move or leave wherever you're at or abandon something. Okay, so now there's a smell that like bad, like when you like rotten chicken. Okay, that's voodoo. The smell of rotten chicken is voodoo. Love. Your love heals people. You are somebody that has that sexual healing, right? And these people could very well just be jealous that they're not going to get none of that sexual healing. How teachable are you? That's another thing that because these people are unwilling, they're stuck in their ways. They're not going to do anything different than what they've already done. These people are like, how in the ever like effing Lord is this person getting away from all of the traps we set for them? Like, we set a trap every day and then they get away from it. Self-love. Who your family and tribe are. Okay, you got ancestors that'll war for you. You got ancestors of the light and the dark. That's why these people are very confused. How teachable are you? This is another thing. Like, you just pick things up really easily. You don't have to try. Somebody's supposed to be writing an orchestra or like a symphony that an orchestra would do. Like, that's part of your divine life purpose, is to change the way that people listen to music. So that's something that somebody's wanted to stop. Take off your masks. This is somebody that's wearing a mask around you, okay? They're masquerading around you like they're there for you, but they're really not there for you. This is somebody that's only going to be there for you until they see that you have something that they want, so they can take it from you. And of course, what is it that they want? Everything that you are, your inheritance, your Four of Pentacles, which is your spirit, your crown, your spiritual gifts, okay? Your heart, your loving relationship with the lovers, okay? The feet, which is your community. You see the little houses behind him? That's your roots. This person wanted to uproot you, right? They wanted to put a root into you. So think of a root as something that roots you to the earth, but a root is something that could be very well like, somebody tried to do sex magic on you. They tried to use they tried to use sexuality against you. Let's just say that. Like, God's not listening to, oh, she's a whore, she's this. God doesn't listen to that shit, because God already knows who people are. So people that tried to slander you to God just like looks down God's nose at them like, nah. So this is like an inheritance, a gift, or a large sum of money. Twice that's come up, that about a large sum of money. The Six of Cups in the reverse. Again, you coming into a large sum of money could be the very well thing that pisses somebody off, that you have like gone up in life. Selfishness though, because people fight over your resources. You will try to keep the money for yourself. It's foolish to try to control others' actions or the situations around you. Resistance to changes affecting your judgment. A contract is signed or agreement is reached. You will be in a position of authority. You have a contract with the Most High God. This person has a contract with some demonic bullshit. Okay. Your contract is higher. It's just better. Also, another way to combat these types of spells, these jar spells, these binding spells, the banishing spells, that type of stuff, is now these witches, they do this at midnight. Almost the witching hour, that's a real thing. So you can search what are the best prayers to do at the witching hour. Set alarm for yourself if you go to bed early like I do. Wake up and at midnight and start praying. What you're going to do, those prayers are going to be the thing that keeps this magic backfiring on these people, right? So, yes, this is something being done at the witching hour. We rebuke that, and we ask that the seraphim pray every holy prayer, every holy psalm that combats all of the workings of the witching hour for me and for the collective, and help guide the collective towards the correct information that's going to get them, so that because somebody signed a contract with the devil, with a demon, with some type of lower vibing like this, this is not a demon or a devil. This is some type of thing from another realm, like Stranger Things. This is like some shit from Stranger Things, okay? Like, so maybe somebody would think that that's a devil, but not in the you know, regular sense. It's like some weird shit from another realm. This person keeps opening up, and this is while we're still in the 9-9 portal, this person keeps trying to open up portals on you, and now it's just messing them up. Like all the spirits I see running in and out of my neighbor's house. Like, I'm like, yeah, you could have rejected this person. Like I rejected the neighbor by, not going to their fucking shit that was a setup anyways. So your rejection, and when others reject you, don't take it personal. You like, rejection is salvation. Rejection is protection. A lot of the times when people reject you, God's making them do that because they would do something worse to you had they not rejected you. So yeah, this is about your inheritance. The whole thing. It's about you being chosen from God, these people being in a false religion, false love relationship, whatever their situation. They're not with their kingdom spouse, okay? They've done some fucked up binding ritual to try to bind them to another. Like, do you know why you're not with your loved ones after you die? And because you go into another life. So if you bind yourself to your loved ones, then you have to wait for them to die, for everybody else that they bound themselves to die. And then you have the aliens that are in charge of that binding that you're enslaved to. You just basically sold your soul. You became enslaved to an extraterrestrial race that then takes those souls and incarnates them into another world where, yeah, you'll be together, but you won't have sexual organs. You'll be in some type of like weird, like robot thing. Like it literally is like iRobot, like taking people's consciousnesses, putting them into robots and having them build shit on another world. That's what you're binding yourself to. So whatever this weird binding crap is. So when those aliens came to me and they were like, yo, what's good? Like, these people tried to do this. I was like, what? Why would they do that? Well, because they figured out that you're the good luck charm. And they didn't want to be nice to the good luck charm. They just decided to abuse the good luck charm. And because there could have been a Knight of Pentacles in the reverse that you were with that maybe is still with your family. Maybe they live with your family, however they're connected to you. This Knight of Pentacles is not the correct love choice. God is saying, choose God, and I'll give you the love that you need, and I'll give you a lover that will never betray you or abandon you. Ten of Cups. So yeah, this is God just reiterating the fulfillment of your wishes and your dreams and your goals. And it's showing that you're going to be entering a period of peace and contentment. There's supportive family. Okay. So if your family had, for whatever reason, this Knight of Pentacles energy, if they had not been supportive to you, that's going to be turning around. Great friends, a special love relationship, commitments made and kept, joy and happiness, forgiveness and reconciliation. You have the material possessions you need to purchase a home. Funny how we kind of started talking about purchasing a home, you having a home. Yeah, so something is going to happen where you're going to have the funds to purchase a home. All right, let's see what else. And whatever, and it's, God wants you to know that because this person attacked you violently, like with this witchcraft stuff, okay, Or even if it's just, even if they're not doing supposed witchcraft, but they're still, staring at you with evil intentions or whatever, thinking bad thoughts, wishing for you to die every day, that's still a form of witchcraft. Whatever it was that was being done, them doing that caused the alarm to go off about you. And then God's like, every time this person tries to do some shit to you, I'm going to like bring you up higher. I'm going to just continually raise you above the rest. So, yeah, so it talks about purchasing a home. And that may be something you're thinking about doing. But yeah, purchasing a home away from these people. That's what you want to do. 9 of Swords. So again, you having a home, why? And tell me, I'm one, God, why? God, why? So why is it that you having peace, contentment, support of family, friends, special love relationship, commitments made that are kept, joy and happiness, forgiveness and reconciliation, this is all talking about God, okay, and the purchase of a home, why is that causing somebody else to be in the 9 of Swords? What were they trying to do to you? You know what I mean? That like this coming out right after the 10 of Cups means you getting your wish fulfillment means somebody else doesn't get their wish fulfillment. That's a really scarcity way of thinking, but for some reason it's true. Like you being happy is causing this person turmoil, because it says grief, emotional pain and depression, guilt and deep regret over something you've done. Also, yeah, again, it's coming about the political views. Somebody may be trying to persecute you for your political views. Okay, that's stupid. But that's why, it may not be safe to put vote for so and so on your shit. Knowing that the voting for this presidential campaign is going to be illegally tampered with, I would suggest that any of these criminals that have been flown in from Venezuela or whatever, any of these criminals, if they have any intention of getting a home here in the United States of America, if they have any intent, like God never forgave them for what they did. And this is not me being rude or trying to get attacked by any of these murdering criminals, but them coming to the United States of America. The United States of America, the only reason that we're still in power is because we gave Israel a home. Okay. We gave the Israelites a home and we gave them protection. And so that is why we still exist. If we had not done that, God would have wiped us the fuck off the face of the earth already, okay? Because of the disgustingness of this country. And it is what it is. It's people. But so be grateful that that we did what we did for Israel, and we need to continue to support Israel if we want the God of Israel, which is the God, the one God, the God in God we trust, that we say that's on our money. If we want to continue to succeed, then we better protect Israel, right? Protect Israel in their home, giving them a home. Because Israel having a home is another thing that's causing another group of people to feel like they're in the 9 of Swords. Well, you know what? That's too bad. Get over it. They need to move. Instead of trying to make the Israelites move, these motherfuckers need to move. And as far as anybody trying to judge you or have you judged for your political agenda, that's not something that God is interested in. And no human can judge you. Only God can judge you. Okay. I mean, God does have stuff to say about the election, but God's not pleased with it. This 9 of Swords is somebody rehashing past actions, very much sad over what they've done. They're in grief. They feel guilty. They know that they fucked up, that only time will heal the pain. Basically, they know that them attacking you only got God to bless you more. Every time that somebody attacks you, God gives you more blessings, right? And that doesn't neutralize the attack, because God wants you to learn how to do spiritual warfare and fight for yourself, right? With God, obviously. But then there will come to a point where you just have to put everything into God's hand. And that's where I said, sometimes when people reject you, that's the greatest form of God's protection. So, anguish and worry, fear and self-doubt cloud your thinking. Only time will heal the pain. There's going to be some information that comes out about this upcoming election. It's not going to be good information. Okay. It's not going to be good information. I think that people trying to demonize, like, all I can say is that God is about, like, how everybody's been trying to demonize Rump. I'm just going to say Rump so I don't get monetized or demonetized. I'm going to say Rump and Eris, okay, for the two candidates. That's what we're going to call them. Okay, so the public trying to demonize Rump and get, like, they literally tried to take Rump to court, okay, over falsified documents, fucking false information. This is what God is saying. So the fact that they're trying to destroy the country, and literally when I mean destroy the country will be destroyed. If it goes into Eris's hands, the country will be destroyed. And it's not because she's a woman. I mean, that's one thing that God's not happy about, but that's not all. Okay. It's because she's a reptilian. And so that means the reptilian agenda, which their agenda is to create the Illuminati, to create the one world order, so it's a one world government, and so that everybody has to follow the same rules. And so basically, the way that they're wanting to create the one world order is very evil and sadistic. It's to control the population of the planet. They want to literally issue out, like why are they putting, deadly things on tampons, like arsenic? Why is it that when the tampons have been tested, there's arsenic and mercury on them? This is one, I can't even do those things. Like I hate that shit. Right. And I'm always like feeling like they're making me sick. But to find out things like that, like there's going to be a lot of ugly things just exposed. And I feel like the whole general public's trying to create this agenda, right? They all have their own agendas, but none of the agendas that the Democratic Party has, they're not logical. Not logical. They're not only not logical, but they're the worst ideas that could have ever been created, like that they're just trying to throw out into the general public. Don't be because yes, if you vote wrong, God is going to judge you, because God is in God we trust. Like God is the one ruling this country. So if you intentionally just vote because it's a woman and she's not even black, she's Indian, but whatever, from India. But whatevs, yo. Okay. People need to stop being delulu. They need to stop being delusional about this shit, because, this is something that's dividing people with their neighbors, right? The political agenda, and it's going to turn neighbor against neighbor, right? Not only that, the criminal, like what Joe Biden did to ruin this country, the criminals, I don't want to blame him. It was most likely the reptilians that probably got him to do some shit. But whatevs. Let's just say if the reptilian agenda continues to go forward, God will send some type of other plague, pestilence, flood, whatever, to wipe out people so that it switches. God's not feeling that shit at all in any type of way. Does not support that. And it has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with reptilian, okay? Reptilian possession. Now, you may find that the second that reptilian piece, I'm not going to judge the reptilians, whatever, that reptilian that is that has been using Eris's body, okay, we pray, Most High God, and we rebuke that reptilian and in its agenda to end this world. Hillary Clinton was another reptilian. Like I literally saw with my gift, if something wasn't done, and this is why the chosen are needed, because we are the ones that actually can work with God and what can work with the power of God to get things to switch. Now, I thought Hillary Clinton was going to become president because she was. It was only because a lot of us intervened on that the different choice was made, and it saved our, like, it would have been less than a month literally, and our entire country would have been nuked. So that's why I was like, nah, shit needs to go the other direction, right? The reptilian agenda is to wipe out the human race, pretty much to the point where only a certain amount of us survive, and then we will be the food source to the reptilians that want to stay on this planet and rule it. Okay, that's why this family and tribe is really important that came out. So we rebuke the reptilians and the reptilian agenda. Ouch. We rebuke every infection that the reptilians have tried to set. I'm feeling the right side of somebody's body. Like I just felt like I was pinched in the face. Then the right side of somebody's body being in a lot of pain. And then I'm feeling the left side of their body being completely numb. This is a reptilian trying to take over your body. Okay, so we rebuke that. We ask that the Most High God intervene on our behalf and intervene on the reptilian agenda. Now, these two cards that came out, Page of Wands may signify a male under 30 who is self-confident, charming, and generous, nature lover, enthusiastic, active, and involved. Very emotional, courageous, has strong convictions, encourages and inspires others to be their best, outgoing, and gregarious personality. Then we've got the Four of Swords, okay? So this is because we just called judgment right now with the Most High God. This is why my readings are different from other psychics, because we can look at what the timeline's showing us. Then when we call judgment and we work with God to clear up the issues going on here, the actual future shifts, right? So you could be having pain in your left shin. You could be having the feeling of pinpricks on your body. This is a voodoo doll that somebody is trying to do. And it feels like this weird neighbor person energy. So again, this, like I said, there's a certain amount of the population that's possessed by reptilians. Okay. Again, this is because of the missing pages from the Codex Gigas. Now, this and those pages were the alchemical formulas, okay, for these founding families and stuff, so that the devil's agenda could be done through their bidding, basically. So the Page of Wands energy, this person is somebody that is like a trickster to me, is what I feel. They trick people into voting one way or voting the other way. A lot of times people will just try to vote for like what's the most popular vote, and then they'll just follow that because they're fucking like got no brain in their heads, and literally they must not have a brain or the ability, or they don't want to think for themselves. And that's a scary thought, because somebody that would rather, and this is why you get possessed. If you don't even want to think for yourself, then something else will want to think for you. So be aware of that shit. Like, it is truly real. A lot of people that say that they have multiple personalities have multiple possessions. We rebuke every multiple personality disorder, every mental disorder, bipolar, whatever shit. All of it. We rebuke it in the name of Jesus. We ask that Jesus heal us from that. So yeah, they've been banking on the human race self-sabotaging by electing the wrong person, right? And things are going to get, just if Eris wins the presidency, you will see the decline of the United States go down. Like if this is a chart, it's going to go down at a rapid rate, extremely rapid rate. And I hope that she doesn't become president because I don't want to see this country going to the shitter, literally. So I know that God's going to do something to reveal the truth about this to everybody. But for in your personal, everybody's got personal society that they live in. There is a certain amount, and these reptilians are the people that are possessing. They're the reptilians that are possessing these people. Yes, it's because of this lineage thing. Okay, their DNA just aligns with the reptile. Somebody could be wanting to blind you from seeing this. And so, yeah, they don't want the truth to get out about this, is what this fight back is that I'm feeling. And it has to do with because my neighbor's a fucking reptile person. And I don't have judge lizard people. I just don't think that they should be voting. I don't think criminals should be voting. I don't think that people in prison should be voting. Until they can get their fucking life together, they shouldn't be voting. Okay? They don't have we can't say that people in prison have a level-headed mind enough to even be able to make a vote. Like we can't really say that because we know that they've done egregious things. So again, like why people are going to vote, and then the fact that a lot of these votes are going to be messed with. People, like what I saw was the voting machines trying to compel, like God already took care of that shit. So nice try, dumbass people on the black market. People are going to get paid to vote for Eris. That's all I'm saying. Like they're going to try to give you a reason to do that, but once you do that, you're going to be signing your human rights over, basically, to the reptilian race, where the reptilians have been fighting to be in power and to maintain the power and maintain a position of power, right? But even the president, it's not like they get to make every decision. They're not like a dictator. They can't do what the reptilians are doing in other countries, like creating communism and shit. Like our president doesn't have the power to do anything like that. But still, so we ask that the Galactic Federation of Light intervene. And we just purely want the best for our country and the best for the people within it. All this stuff that politicians promise, don't expect any of that shit to happen. Okay. Those are like empty words that they say just so that they can get your vote. Right. But know that if you vote against God, if you vote for this woman that's a reptilian after knowing this information, you will be judged. Because God's not playing anymore, especially when it comes to Israel for some reason. Like maybe that's the land of milk and honey. I'm not for sure. It'd be nice if this was the land of milk and honey and not the land of reptilian assholes, but whatever. So, the Four of Swords shows me a personal battle ending. Truce or break in the fighting. Anxious feelings diminish. You let your guard down. Peace and quiet follow stress. You are alone with your thoughts, stockpile resources, and mentally prepare for the next battle. This is just one battle in a long war. Yeah, well, there's not enough reptilians that exist. I rebuke what keeps trying to pinprick me in the face. Okay, there's not enough reptilians to do a whole, like I said, there's just not a whole lot of them here. That's why I wasn't super threatened by them, but I do see what's happening here. Okay. So yeah. And then whatever they're putting into the air, God, like rebuke that. What they keep polluting in the air, whatever, like I don't know what this trail shit is, but it's like a plane goes through the air and then it has a whole, like normal planes don't have trails of this white smoke that makes, all I can say is that we used to be able to see like stuff far away, but this smoky shit, like it's poisoning everything. So whatever that is, the pinpricks of hate. Thank you. I'm going to use my personal deck to see if we can get any more information. So yeah, when you vote, when you go to vote, you should use a pendulum and ask yourself if what I'm saying is true. Ask yourself about what's going to happen. Like is the country going to have a downfall if Eris is president? That's a yes or no question you could easily ask the pendulum, right? The general population isn't going to be intelligent enough to do that, but you can do that. You can ask your higher self before you go to vote so that you make sure that you're making a vote that's in alignment with your divine life purpose and what the Most High God wants. Pull one card for the past energy on the situation, is what this card that I just pulled says. Okay, well, thank you. So we're going to pull one tarot card on the past energy of the situation. And we got the King of Cups in the reverse. Fucking Biden. This is Joe Biden right here. Indicates a male that's over 40, a secretive, elusive man who's plotting against you. Openly bigoted and narrow-minded, this man holds a grudge. He may be involved in a difficult moral decision. That's why. This is what I'm saying. 3 days after Trump gets shot, Biden decides to jump out of the race. Tell me that that's not suspicious as shit. That's suspicious as shit to me. So I'm not going to say that he's for sure involved, but we could ask a pendulum and find out. You may lose your virtue, innocence, or money through this man. Do not trust him with your heart or your possessions. So that's just showing the past. Okay. All right. Let's do these again. Betrayed. Yeah. Betrayed. Heart wall, broken heart, blocked chakra, backstabber. So again, there has been some major betrayal that our past president has done. And we already know about the stuff with his son Hunter and all of the millions and maybe even billions of dollars that were embezzled and shit like that to go into their personal family, right? Yeah. So this is just a warning, y'all, like that God's not playing. Don't make the wrong choice. I'm not saying to vote for Rump, but I'm saying that God is saying to vote for Rump. Okay. Well, God's saying to vote for Rump and don't vote for Eris. All right. So natural disaster. This is just a warning. Natural disaster, storm, hurricane, earthquake, tornado, volcanic eruption, and tsunami wave. Didn't something else say natural disaster? I swear it did. Maybe it didn't. So as far as this neighborhood and how politics divide people and stuff, just be aware. Make sure you're cleansing your energy. Yeah, cyberbully, snitch, op, hacker, false persons, bots, drones, and spies. This is going to be the main way. It's going to be through using AI that they tamper with the votes, okay? And they need to do another debate. Wow, this is interesting. Islam, Buddhism, Satanism, Hinduism, Wiccan, pagan, and Zoroastrianism. So again, there is some type of energy. Which one of is it on here? I'm seeing something with Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is star worship, people worshiping astrological bodies like the stars. Islam, what is that about? Okay. So the Islam basically nation, what I'm hearing, has a personal vendetta against us, because this next card says personal vendetta, karmic people. Oh yeah, I was supposed to talk about karmic, mental illness, narcissist, sociopathic, and karmic ties. Now, this last one I'm going to pull out of this deck talks about multiple timelines that we're all in right now. Past and other timelines, future timeline jumping, and Akashic records. Okay. So yeah, basically we can look at the other timelines right? The multiverse theory of every decision that we didn't make, like if there's always a reality that plays out that we did make that decision, right? And so you have that opposite polarity. So yeah, this is going to, potentially be one of the things that causes us to want to shut AI down when we find out that there's been an AI adaptation to mess with the voting system. Knight of Cups signifies a male under 40, romantic and calm nature. Makes decisions with his heart, thinks carefully before acting and speaking, sensitive to others, well educated, idealistic, persuasive, possible invitation or proposition. In love, he is considerate and generous. Okay, so God, is this Rump's energy? Why is he just a Knight of Cups? Well, this is Rump's energy. So, yeah, he has a proposition that is going to get rid of war, a war that's going to cause a natural disaster. So that would be nice. All right, is there anything else that they need to see? And I never tell people what to do, but that came straight from God. That came straight from God. So again, use muscle testing. Use a pendulum. If you don't want to listen to me, you don't have to, but you should listen to yourself. You should check in with your higher self, right? 5 of Wands, caution. You may have to resort to underhanded methods to get a project pushed through. Competition, greed, and lust for power. Obstacles, seek, or opposition to your plans. Arrival challenges your authority. There is no easy way to do this. Arguments will be a part of every day. A frustrating and difficult time ahead. Hassles, bad luck, and nuisances. This just shows me that literally there's a lot of opposition going up against Rump's plan to get rid of terrorism. And then 6 of Swords. So again, this may be talking about Rump's law situation. It says problems, unfavorable loss, judgment in a lawsuit, unwanted marriage proposals, overwhelmed by crisis. You feel unable to cope with day-to-day problems. Dealing with the aftermath of problems drains your energy. This is what the reptilians want. They want you to be in this 5 of Wands energy so that you're always leaking out energy that they can steal and feed off of. This has to do with your neighbor doing the same shit. Okay. They want you to move and flee, like this guy in the boat right here. This is what their intention was to do, because they see you having this 10 of Cups and because they can't do anything about your 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, the unfavorable judgment and the lawsuit. Once Rump gets into, if Rump were to get back into the presidency, he could easily get rid of this problem where this crooked DA, the DA is crooked. They went to court. They bared false witness. That is a sin. They bared false witness against Rump. They falsified evidence. They lied and they signed and they did, what is it? Perjury. They did perjury as well. So, yeah, there's going to be some information. I call judgment on that. And I call judgment on whatever they were doing to Trump, whatever, or Rump, whatever they were doing to this entire situation. I call judgment on them, like as in their political party or whoever is behind this weird shit, whatever reptilian assholes behind this in the Illuminati. Okay. I call judgment on that. And you call judgment on it in your life too, so that we can stay out of the clutches of the devil. I don't want anything bad to happen to this country, right? Okay, so what else do they need to know about? Three of Wands. Through careful planning, a goal or project long in your dreams will be realized. A new business idea is assured. Anticipate obstacles and visualize how you will overcome them long before they appear. Develop contacts. Your exceptional leadership skills will be needed. Others consider you a visionary. Carefully weigh the risks. Okay, so this is talking about the future. right? Now we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, talks about you questioning your own actions or judgment. And that's what you need to be doing right now, is using a pendulum and questioning, right? Your confidence will be shaken by coming events. Arguments and opposition to your plans are encountered. Responsibilities weigh heavy on your mind. A price will be paid for facing up to these responsibilities and keeping your word. You will experience a loss that cannot be avoided. All right, is there anything else that we need to know? Yeah, these people are going to experience a loss that cannot be avoided because of what's going to come out about how they basically tried to use water magic on Trump. We rebuke that in the name of Jesus. And we pray Psalm 91 over Rump's rump. Dishonesty in business, your reputation as well as long-term goals are in jeopardy. Lack of insight into problems affects your judgment. So that, again, this is just showing the time, more of the timeline. Like, you are extremely short-sighted. Look into the future. Careless spending. Solicit several bids before making a decision. Business partnership is in conflict. All right. I think there's probably one more. Now, what do they need to know as far as the last card? Death. This is scary, you guys. This is scary because I have felt like somebody was going to try to unalive Rump. I felt that. Like and it's not because they hate Rump, but it's because this reptilian agenda is going to be exposed by other psychics as well, as along with the people that are reptilians that are basically exposing themselves. The Anunnaki are obsessed with this situation. They're obsessed with this political shit. So the death card, that doesn't make me feel good. That makes me feel scared. So it signifies either a metaphorical personal rebirth followed by a great change in your life, or a literal death of someone that you know. Renewal, personal growth through honest self-examination. That's 2 times about talking about self-examination, questioning the self. End of an era, put the past behind you. Fear of the unknown or change or being out of control. Focus on the essentials of life and simplify. Yeah, death and then the world. Yo, come on. This is like literally showing you if we don't get Rump back into the seat that he needs to be in to be president, okay? We're going to have death. The ending of the fucking world. This is what this is. The end of the world. That's why I said, like, it ain't no joke. This is not a joke. So basically, that's the end of the world right there. I don't want to say stuff like that, but it is what it is. So that's why it can't. And then we've got home. Again, home, where we going full circle right back to the beginning of this reading. Home. So yes, they are trying to keep us from having a home by putting somebody in power that will destroy our home, by bringing criminals here, by all of this stuff that's been done, as bringing the end of the world. So we have help. We pray. We have help from above. Now, you, my friend, with this situation with your neighbor, you're going through the Phoenix Rising. Okay. You're going to have a rebirth. Every time they try to unalive you with magic, you're going to go through a rebirth. You're not going to die, because that's not what God said. Just because these people have some type of personal vendetta against you because you are stronger than them, it's really because you're not a part of their reptilian shit. Like, you're a light worker, so you oppose the reptilian agenda. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? Pay attention to your dreams. And I'm going to wrap this reading up. I just saw it was an hour and 33 minutes. Pay attention to your dreams, and pay attention to the dreams of your children, the dreams of your sisters, of your brothers, of the people around you. Listen to the young people. They will be having I got chills. They will be having prophetic dreams and visions, right? About this situation. All right. So you need to know about that. Okay, I think I'm going to let you guys go. We'll do a couple angel numbers, and these angel numbers, now this is going to give you a confirmation about this reading. So pay attention to these numbers when you see them in your reality. Be aware of what you're thinking, what you're doing at that time. That's going to give you more information about how to interpret these numbers. 444 protection. Thank you. Oh, I feel so much better after seeing the end of the world there. That was really shitty. Thank you, God. 444 protection. Change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, and love. Get ready. Get ready for the good things that you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going forward towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. 2222, feminine forces, relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, and humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit, and you will become a force. Honor commitments and people around you. Don't judge, just listen. 888, karma. Balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary success and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take a personal responsibility and to use it to realize your greatest potential. 1717, drama alert. This situation is a drama. I mean, the end of the world, death to the world. Come on, bitch. Like, straight up, come on, yo. Independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, aspirations. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and to consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. Don't be influenced by other people. Like, don't even be influenced by me. Go get a pendulum, to do a meditation, go within. I always want, if you are going to participate in voting, make sure that the vote's coming from your higher self, right? At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in inactivity is just a natural part of the process. Yeah, because one of the first thing that's going to be the agenda after, if Eris was to become in the hot seat, one of the first things would be to get rid of and silence the truth tellers like Jaguar Wright. It would be to shut her up. It would be to shut me up. It would be to literally to shut anybody up that would be talking about it. Right? So they're going to try to do damage control. Just know that if you give your vote to this person, you're giving away your free will. 1441, unique skills, life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, and important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. 0505, unexpected shift. Thank you. Divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, and gut feeling. Aye, aye. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you the most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad, like overseas. So there's going to be an unexpected shift that causes this situation to change. It could be something that comes out and gets leaked about Eris that then is taken into court. Like, same way that they tried to persecute Rump, they're going to do the same thing to Eris, just like they did the same thing to Biden. Okay. It's just you got a group of unhappy people at the end of any type of election or change, and they're going to make up I mean, they'll probably, whatever they did with Rump was a lie. Okay. Those were falsified documents. I don't even know how they didn't get caught up with that, but they will. I mean, if they don't get caught up by people, God's going to catch their ass up. Like, just know that. 9999, lessons learned, culmination, results, benefits, reflection, completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back, right? Help from above. You made it and the reward goes to you. Now, 1818, I've never pulled this one before. This is willpower. Like I just said, if you vote for that other person, you will be giving away your free will. That'll be moving into the direction of getting the mark of the beast and all that type of shit. That's the future, the end of the fucking world, dude. It says it right there. Death to the world. Like right there. It said it right there. So, achievements, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and luck. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness. So yeah, like I just had said, that's wild. All right, do we need any more angel cards? Maybe we'll do one more. Like I've been jokingly just like commenting on stuff. Like, yeah, vote for Eris if you want to have the apocalypse, because before I did this reading, that's what I've always known is going to happen. The apocalypse. Okay. That's what's going to happen if Eris is put in charge. That's just fueling the demonic reptilian agenda. Now we have 555, which is 3 5s. 5 is a number of change. Says change, encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, calling, restructuring, creative work. We call all of our power back from these elections and this lying crap that they're doing. So you're going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That's what you've been looking for. And why you've been looking. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. And then it says 0000, limitless potential. Reset, relaxation, unknown surrender, finish line, success, and victory. All right, so we know that there's going to be a victory here. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it's also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension and relax. So we had 444, which is about protection. We had 2222, which is about feminine forces. We had 888, which is about karma. We had 1717, which is about a drama alert. 1441, which is unique skills. 0505, which is an unexpected shift that's going to happen because of this reading and because of, well, I feel the other chosen people that are watching this reading. 9999, yes, this is lessons learned. 1818, willpower. Don't give it away. Don't give it away, you guys. Also, I just heard another agenda. If Eris were to win the upcoming race, what would happen would be a restriction on everybody's guns and firearms. So if you would like to keep your firearms and keep your ability to protect yourself with those, vote the other way. I'm not joking. This is like real shit. This is literally the government like wanting to do that new world order agenda shit and like take the power away from the people, literally by taking away their weapons, by making sure that they only have 1 month of food, like so that they have to rely on the government for every single thing that they do. Plus, it's going to be introduced. They'll be trying to introduce a new way of monitoring through AI, using AI to monitor people. All right, so we had 555 change and 0000 limitless potential. Also, like there's going to be a blowback for bringing people into this country that are criminals, that are rapists, that are murkers, okay, MTKers, people that are hit people, that unalive other people, like bringing them to America for, they're not even going to vote the way that these people want. All of these people they're bringing in here. And there's going to be there's going to be riots. There's going to be upheaval. There's going to be upsetness. Like it literally said the end of the world. So that's all I can say is like, literally y'all saw it right there. It was the world will as it, but again, it would be a very steady incline for America. So, this is not me showing favoritism. I do not care about the people that are running for president. I don't have no type of feeling either way, other than what God has pushed through me to feel. I don't have any type of really personal thing other than I just know that I'm going to do what God says and try to remain in the upright with that. And that's all I can do is give you the information, show you the cards on how everything is going to plan out. So whatever this issue is with your strange neighbor, it does have to do with the reptilian agenda. This person that is your neighbor that's been doing these weird witchcraft things against you, this bullying shit, they're jealous of you, the stink eye. It's because they have that reptilian thing in their blood. So I'm going to just say a prayer. I'm so grateful, God, for everything you've given me, for everything you've given the chosen, for everything you've given the subscribers. And I'm really grateful for this platform, for you to be able to speak through me, for you to be able to reveal things to me so that I can relay them to the public. I would like to just ask for one more favor, that the pages from the Codex Gigas be like neutralized, whatever, along with the rituals done from those pages, so that we can take, like, at least if somebody's gonna be in office, that they're not they don't have that spell on them where their DNA is meshed with a reptilian, because we all have a reptilian part of the brain. So God, if you could please break those spells, break what the reptilians are doing in general, and then what they're doing in everybody's personal life and in society, like whatever the weird neighbor lady, like whatever these people are doing, with the rep being, while they're under the possession of a reptilian, let's just say that. And then whatever this targeting is with trying to cause the sickness in the right side of the body, and then trying to do the numbness in the left side of the body, if you could be a little bit more clear about, okay, that's about voodoo. So again, reptilian voodoo. Yes, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. I just rebuke it in the name of everything. Okay, and because they want to silence us, we're going to play the throat chakra bowl as we clear out. So thank you guys for making it to the end of this reading. All right, we're going to clear that energy up. They will not be silencing the truth. And then we're going to build and boost that energy back up. So much better. Something was literally trying to muzzle the chosen as I was doing that reading. Like, yo, you're doing it as I'm doing it. So like so whenever I go live, people attack me or whatever, or if it's just these reptilians. But yeah, to finish that prayer, God, I ask that you intercede on my behalf, on the behalf of the chosen, on behalf of the general human population, so that this ends, because it needs to come to an end. Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Please like the video. Please share it if you feel compelled to share it, okay? And make sure that you hit that notification bell and that you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on any of the messages that God has for you. It's always important to kind of just keep checking in with spirit. So, yeah. know that I love you. Know that God loves you. If you would like to leave a donation, there's a donation button in the description box below. Know that I am eternally grateful, and everything that I get goes back into the project of making this a better experience for you guys. So know that I love you guys so much. I'm so appreciative. Okay, I'm sending you air hugs and all the support that you need. Know that that unconditional love coming through me is going to be flowing through you. And don't even trip if you don't live in America. Know that the reptilians are in every country. It's just they think that they're going to get the one world order established through utilizing America. So yeah, still remember, pray. You can use this in your prayers. Pray against the Codex Gigas pages and pray against the reptilians. All right. And then remember, okay, so I don't know if I gave everybody the what to do. So remember when I was talking about those smells, like if you have this smell and you're just smelling sulfur, okay, what to do? All right. If you have black salt, that's perfect. If you don't have black salt, you can take regular salt, bless it, pray Psalm 91 over it, and then take charcoal and add it to the black salt, mix it up. It'll make the salt black. Okay, pray Psalm 91 over that. Anoint yourself, that's one way. Anointing your home, that's another way. Then putting the black salt and the perimeters of your home going around your area, okay? That's going to stop this reptilian stuff. And then also you can burn sage. If you have camphor, it's camphor smell. That's something that these entities really despise. So that's something. So you can burn sage, you can burn Palo Santo, you can burn camphor, you can burn frankincense. These are all ways to cleanse your space of the witch activity, of the bad neighbor, to cleanse your own energies. Because you got to keep your energy and your aura clear so that you can assess what energy is yours and what energy belongs to somebody else. Now, if you have an air humidifier, you can add a little bit of salt to water, bless it, pray Psalm 91 over it, put it in the air humidifier, put that on, and let that holy water air just soak up your home. Okay. That's another way to cleanse your space. Another way is using like just a base of olive oil and then putting a little bit of that with whatever fragrance you like frankincense and myrrh is always really, really good. It smells really good. But dragon's blood is a very good, powerful, potent energy that is it's dragon, so it's reptilian based, but reptilians don't like that smell. So they also don't like the smell of urine, which is just strange. But yeah, taking a spiritual bath, putting the essential oils in, like something like lavender for relaxation, chamomile for relaxation, rose petals, treating yourself really nice, doing those types of things, and will and blessing your water, playing crystal singing bowls in your house, using the chime. That's another way to clear energy. If you get a little bell, you can ring the bell. I've been thinking about ordering a bell so that anytime the energy gets thick, I can just ring the bell and then I don't have to go through this whole process. But there's definitely different using crystals. You can use crystals. All that stuff is going to work. Okay. But use it with God, use it with God. Ask God to bless your crystals. Ask God. I'm always asking God to bless everything. So definitely do that. Make sure you take care of yourself, and then talk to the divine, talk to your spirit guides, whether in your head. You can, if you feel like you're not getting through to God, you can always write a letter. For some reason, this just always works. If you want to really connect to God and you want to get that fast action right now, salvation, start singing worship and praise to the Most High. Glory be to the Most High. Give that glory to God for your life. That will change the direction. I mean, just me saying that removed energy I just saw over there. So literally, just by doing that is going to be one way to literally save your life. Okay. If somebody's trying to use juju on you or witchcraft on you. All right. Make sure you like this video so I can get monetized. Make sure you share it and all that good stuff. Know that I love you. And know that your energy is being cleared right now. But at some point, you're going to need, if you want to continue on in this life without having diseases and all this other shit, you're going to need to learn the art of transmutation, which means whatever anybody sends to you, you transmutate that energy rather than returning it to them, which, yeah, if you return it back to them, it'll wipe them out. But if you take their energy and then you turn it into something that can protect yourself, then you're literally taking their power away from them and they'll be like, what? Like literally. So, yeah. So call your power back. All right. Know that I love you. Know that God loves you, and know that everything's going to be okay. Make sure you use muscle testing and pendulum for every decision that you make, especially ones that have to do with you putting any type of vote into any type of system. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next reading. Hopefully this helped. Leave me a comment. Send me some white hearts, knowing so that you know that the purity of God is with you. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Know that you're appreciated and loved.